Assalamu alaikum girls. Welcome to the 8th week of term 3. Inshallah, this week we are continuing with our practical topics, and our topic for today is custom styles. Custom styles are something that you are probably hearing of for the first time and working with the first time. But this is a very useful and very good feature of Microsoft Word that will really help you in your future. So let's get right into it. The objectives for today's lesson is to create the custom styles in the documents as it is specified, and also to modify any existing custom styles. Before we start for today, let's label the icons given as a starter for today's lesson. So I have an Excel sheet over here. In this Excel sheet, there are 10 possible answers. For these 10 answers, these are actually icons of each of the icons shown here. So each one we have to copy paste into the correct cell. If your labeling is correct, this wrong will become right. So let's just do this as a recap. We are trying to find what this is. As you know, this icon is the icon for save. So let me choose save and paste it here. Now we are correct. The next thing we have to label is this button. You must have used this already. It is the undo button. So if we paste that answer here, yes, we are correct. Next thing you have here is it's already pointing to clip art. So that is what that icon must be standing for. So let's copy clip art here. We are right. And this is the icon used for shapes. You have definitely used this to do other assignments in the past. Now we are right. Next thing you have here is this small button here. You usually see this in the top right. As you know, this is the minimize button. The next thing we have here is word art. You must have used this before as well. Let's paste our answer and see if we are right. We are correct. Next we have this icon. You have used this in the last lesson as well. This is the bold icon. So let's copy bold. And then our answer should be right. Okay. We have the last one here, which is number 11. This is usually the font size because it's next to the font type. So let's look for font size. Paste it here. Now we are correct. All right. So going back to our lesson, now let me give you a real life of example of why we would need a style and why it will be useful for us. For example, you are working for a company and the company has one formatting style that it uses for all the letters and documents made by the company. For example, all the titles should be Times New Roman and 36 and bold. All the paragraphs should be Times New Roman with 12 and italic, for example. All the subheadings should be such and such. So if you have a very long document, for example 100 pages, and the company is telling you have to use the company format, then what will you do? You will have to start with each title, give the title style, each paragraph, give the paragraph style, each subheading, give the subheading style. You will have to do this for the whole document. But instead, Word has given us an option called styles. Inside styles, we can save some formatting options, which means we can tell Word and make a style called title, and this title style can then be applied to any title. For example, there is already a title style created here, and wherever you have titles in your document you can just select that, apply title style, select all your titles, do title style. So this makes your job much easier than it would have been otherwise, correct? So this is the reason we use styles. Going back to our slides, in Word, style is a collection of formatting instructions, like I just explained, and you are going to use styles to format the paragraphs in your document, which means we are going to use the title style for the title, body text style for the body text, and so on. Because style is basically one set of formatting instructions and you can use it multiple times for different paragraphs. This is the most important sentence over here. Yeah, formatting instructions that can be used multiple times for different paragraphs. All right. Now let's go and see what it will look like to create a style. For example, the company you are working for says all the titles should be sans serif font, 32 font size, always aligned to the left, always bold, always having single line spacing, and always having zero space before and after the paragraph. This is the paragraph spacing actually. So if all of this is given, for the first thing we will do is make a style, and the name of the style will be THC title. And once we do all these formatting, then wherever a title is coming, we can just apply this style into it, right? So we just make a style called THC title, apply these things into that title, so that whenever a title comes, we just do apply, 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 and so on. So for example, let me make this for you, THC body. Let's see how we can make a style in Word. Come to your Word document, and in the home tab there is an option called styles. There is a small pointer over here. Click on it, and when you come down there is an option called A plus. A plus says new style. This is the option we are going to use to make a new style. Let's see what are the instructions given for our new style THC body. The name of the style is THC body, so that is the name you are going to give over here, THC body. And the style type is normally by default as a paragraph, and the style is based on no style. This is the default option that we use. And then let's see what are the other formatting it should have. It should have a serif font style, which means Times New Roman is okay. Then they are saying it should be font size 11 with justified. So let's put 11 over here. As you know, we don't see the justify option. And then it also says enhancement none. Enhancement means bold, italic, these kind of things. It should be none. So turn everything off. And then it says you should have single line spacing with space before and after as 12. So any of the things that you don't find in the screen, they can be found under format and paragraph. This is where you will find line spacing and paragraph spacing. As you can see, line spacing comes over here, and in our style it was supposed to be single, so change it to single. And also our question said that the space before should be 0 and the space after should be 12. That is your paragraph spacing. Space before should be 0 and space after should be 12. So this means you have now made the THC body style, and all the formatting options that is specified by your company for all bodies has been done here. Once you click on OK, you will see that the THC body style has been created. You will also see it over here, THC body. This basically means that wherever you have a body in your document, you can just select that body, apply THC body on it. Select your body, apply the body style. So this makes your job very, very easy for you. Now, another example. Instead of making a style, maybe a style is already created in the document given to you, and then it says that you have to modify it. Modify means you have to make some changes to it. So in that case, what should you do? Again, we go to the small arrow over here, and this time instead of going to new style, because your style is already here, you only have to modify it, do a right click and select the option modify. Once you select the option modify, all the style you created before will come again, because this is your THC body. And then you can make all the changes that you previously did not make. For example, now the company changed that, okay, all body also needs to be bold. So you can put that bold turned on and press OK. This means wherever your THC body had been applied before, all of that body will automatically become bold as well, because you modified the style. Now let's look at what other house styles can normally be asked. This is an example of us being asked to make a subtitle style. So we make it the name THC subtitle, give it sans serif 16, font size, right alignment, italic, single, 0, 0. So all of this is now easy for you to do. Now let's look at your main activity for today. Your main activity for today is in these two pages, question number 1 to 6, as you can see. Questions 1 to 6 uses the document called Tawara Digital Books, and this particular company actually uses a style for all their documents, and you have to give the style, create it and apply it as it is instructed by the company. So let's see how we can solve that question. First, we have to open the file that the question is asking us to open, which is n219reading.rtf. I am opening it from my computer because I have already downloaded it. You would download it as you have done for the previous Edmodo assignments. Alright, now I have my document in front of me. The question says the page setup is A4 with portrait with 2 cm margin, so don't make any changes to this. So we are not going to touch that. The first question says save the document in your working area in the format of the software you are using with the file name ebooks. This means you need to go to File, Save As and give the name ebooks, and also change it to the format of the software you are using, which means click over here that says RTF and choose the option Word document because we are working on Microsoft Word, and then click on Save. So this is your first part of the question done for you. Let's see what the second part continues to say. The second part of the question says you have to create and store these styles, which is 4 styles over here, basing each on the default paragraph style. So let's try to make them one by one. DB subtitle is the name of the first style. So go to styles, go to new style and make a style called DB subtitle, and they said it has to be based on paragraph, which it is for us, and the style based on normal. And then what are the formatting options we need to do in this style? We need to make it a sans serif font with 16 font size. So sans serif means we have to go for Arial and we have to go for 16. What are the other enhancements we need? It needs to be right aligned with italic. So we need right alignment, which is this one, with only italic. So no need for bold. Choose only italic. Then the question continues to say you need to have line spacing single and paragraph spacing 0 and 0. As you know, all the spacing you will not find it in this particular screen. You have to go to format and paragraph. Line spacing should be single. Before and after space should be 0. So we make that change over here. Press OK. Press OK. Now you can see that the DB subtitle style is created, so that wherever you find a subtitle, the subtitle style can be directly used. See, this made formatting the document very easy. Similarly, for this question, you should be making all the 4 styles given in the question. Then you will continue to the third question, which says the style name DB title is already created, stored and applied. Now, but what we need to do is modify it so that only the following formatting is applied. So this is an example of a modify question because the DB title style was not actually made by us over here, but it is already there in the document. So let's try to find where it is. As you can see, the DB title style is already there here. And what we need to do is not create it, but modify it. So I click on the arrow over here, and instead of doing a new style, because it already exists, I'm going to do right click and modify. And what all are the options it needs to have? Let's see. It needs to be a sans serif font with 32 font size. So sans serif means it should not be Times New Roman, it should be Arial with 32 font size. Let's see what else we need. It needs to be center aligned with bold and underline. Center aligned with bold and underline. Then you know all the spacing options are under format and paragraph. And what are the values given here? Single line spacing with 0 and 6 paragraph spacing. Single line spacing with 0 and 6 paragraph spacing. Press OK, press OK. So then your title style has been made. To apply the title style, select your title, apply the title style. Now let's go back and continue our question. It says below your title add the subtitle report by and your name. So that means below here we have to do report by and add your name. And then the question continues to say to that subtitle add the subtitle style. So select your report by and apply the subtitle style. Similarly, it says apply the body style to the rest of the document. So I have not created the body style for you this time. So this is your job to do when you create all the styles. But once you have created it, select all your document and apply the body style. So this is how you will complete your entire question on styles. Alright. As plenary for today, I have a word search for you. If you open this link on your computer, you should be able to play it. So let's see what this looks like. This is a word search which has words that is related to word processing, which are all the things we have been doing in the past few weeks. In this word search, the words you need to find are not given here. So look at the grid and try to find the maximum words you can. For example, there is alignment over here. Let's see what else we can find. Footer over here, and so on. So this will be your plenary for today, inshallah. I hope you have a good week ahead of you. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.